Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do is do a couple of super simple preliminary steps before you launch your website. These steps are essential. The first step is to make sure you have a GitHub account. So you just want to go to github.com in your browser. And then once you're at github.com, you want to click on sign in. And the easiest way to set this up is to just click on continue with Google right down there. Sign in with your Google account, and then you will have a GitHub account. Once you have your GitHub account created, you want to go to vercel.com in your browser. And after you're at vercel.com, you want to do the same in Vercel. You just want to create an account. So you click in the right-hand area there and click on sign up. And here's an important note. After you click on sign up, want to click continue with GitHub. That should save you a step of connecting Vercel to GitHub. If you just sign in with GitHub at the beginning here, when you're creating your Vercel account, then you won't need to connect GitHub later. So go ahead and click on continue with GitHub. Okay, now that you have your Vercel account created and your GitHub account created, what you want to do is go to this address in your browser. And what I'm going to do is put the link to this in the description. So just go to this address and you'll see this deploy button right here. And this is a template for a website starter. So what we're going to do is just click on deploy. This entire website will instantly be copied to your Vercel account for you to edit and use. So at this point, just go ahead and click on deploy. And then once you click on deploy, you'll see this new project screen here. And you just want to scroll down and you'll see that create button down here. So go ahead and click on create and it should start to create this project for you. And you just give this about 30 seconds or 1 minute. That's how long it typically takes to import a project like this. And you can follow along as it deploys. You can see the build logs here. And if we click on that arrow, it'll show us the real-time build logs. And we can just see if everything's going well. If it's not going well, you'll see red text that indicates an error. But I have imported this project several times. I know this project imports cleanly and totally okay. So I'm not worried about that for this project. And then when it's done, we should see a couple of new buttons down here. And actually, here's the preview screen now that the build successfully finished. What we want to do is click on this preview image here to open our new website in a new tab. So I clicked on that. And here is our new website. And that's as simple as it can be to make a new website from a template in Vercel. So now that we have our new website, what we can do is simply just go to Claude Code and tell it to work on this project. And we can give Claude Code any prompt we want to modify this new website in any way that we want. We can add AI. We can add authorization so your users can log in. We can add Stripe to collect payments. And that's what I'm going to show you. Okay, now that we have this website created from the template, we are going to modify this website using Claude Code. So the first thing you want to do is go to cloud.ai/login and just go ahead and click that continue with Google button down there to sign into Claude Code. And you might want to also get the Pro plan right here so that you can do a decent amount of coding. It's only 17 bucks or 20 bucks a month. So go ahead and sign up for Claude Code so you can really get cooking. And what you want to do after you sign up for Claude Code is you want to go to this address here. You want to go to cloud.ai/code. And then once you are at this website, what you want to do is select the GitHub repository that was automatically created when we imported that Vercel template. So that's part that you didn't see happening, is that Vercel imported a GitHub repo. And what you want to do is go to these buttons right here. And in these buttons, the one that has this little code icon right here, you want to click on that button or click on whatever button is necessary to select a GitHub repo. So I'm going to click on this right here, and it's going to show me a list of the repos or repositories in my GitHub account. It might sound more complex than it actually is, but you just click on that and you want to find that repo that we were working on. So that's the name of it right there. You want to click on that. And then once that's selected, you can enter any prompt you want. So now that we have our template repo selected right here, all we want to do is enter a prompt in the prompt area down here. And I'm going to paste this prompt in. It says, make my website look exactly like chatgpt.com. Make sure there's a prompt input field on the home page with sidebar on the left. So I'm just going to press the button to make this prompt go. I'm going to press the send button right there. And you can see that it's starting a session, it's starting a cloud container, it's cloning a repository. It's going to do a ton of work in the background here to make all the changes that I said. And you can see that it is exploring the code base, then it's going to make a plan, and it's going to execute that plan. And then our website should look just like ChatGPT. Okay, so we've reached a point where Claude Code has a plan, and it says, now I have everything I need. I'll build a full ChatGPT style interface, blah, blah, blah. So you can see at this point, it's been running for around 3.5 minutes. And once again, we're just going to let it do its thing. Just let it go. So at this point, Claude Code has been running for about 5 minutes. And if we look up here, now it has created 3 files for us, and it's updated the main page and the layout, and it even started a development server in the cloud to verify that everything looks right. And we're at 5.5 minutes now. We're going to continue to let this run. Okay, so it finished, and before it finished, it said build succeeded cleanly. Let me commit and push. That means upload the files. And then it said to the feature branch, and the feature branch is like a side branch of the main project. So after this, we're going to have to tell it to merge. It's simpler than it sounds. And once again, it says done, the build passes, 3 new components, updated files. Okay, now what we want to do is tell Claude Code to merge to main. So I'm going to enter that prompt, and we're going to let Claude Code do that. And it's just merging the software, these new changes we made, it's merging those changes with the original website code. So it looks like that merge is all done. It says done down here. Now let's go check out our website. Now we should be able to go to our old website here and do a hard refresh, which on Mac is Command-Shift-R. And boom, there we go. So there is our website. You can see it looks exactly like ChatGPT as far as I can tell. We have the sidebar, we have our input down here, and that is actually a really solid point for us to kind of sit back and realize what we just did. In about 5 or 10 minutes, we made an exact ChatGPT wrapper. So if you realistically wanted to monetize this, to make this your own website, you can just tell Claude Code to change the name ChatGPT to whatever, Todd GPT, or whatever brand name you want. So just say rebrand the website to XYZ. You can tell it to change the image on the home page. You can do anything you want. And if you did want to proceed with creating this ChatGPT spinoff or wrapper, you could simply just get an API key from OpenRouter, from Gemini, from Anthropic, and you can basically just go into Claude Code and say, hey, I got an OpenRouter API key. I want you to add it so that this project is actually functional.